Social Security is often seen as a tax-free retirement income, but it may surprise you to hear that's not always the case. Many retirees find out later their Social Security benefits are in fact taxable. Here to talk about who might get taxed and what you can do about it, retirement expert Cory Sickles, president of Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Good to see you, Cory.
Glad to be here, Crystal.
So this has to come as a shock to a lot of folks. Social Security benefits, are they taxable for everyone or just some folks?
First of all, it does come as a shock for a lot of people, but today about 40% of recipients that receive it don't pay any Social Security tax, which means 60% of the people that are actually receiving Social Security, has some type of taxable benefit on an annual basis.
Okay, so how does the IRS decide whose benefits are taxable and whose aren't?
Well, the first thing they do is they use what they call it's called the adjusted gross income. So what they'll do is they'll take half of your Social Security. So let's just say you're making $20,000. So $10,000 counts. And then they're going to add up all your other income, interest. So it could be W-2. Let's just say you have a $20,000 pension. You're taking a little bit, $10,000 out of your IRA. So that's $30,000. That's $40,000 if you actually count your Social Security. So that's your taxable income, and that's going to see whether or not it falls within certain thresholds.
And those thresholds, what are they?
Well, first of all, the thresholds have not gone up in years.
Okay.
So if you're an individual and if you make between $25,000 and $34,000, then you can be taxed up to 50%. If you make over that $34,000 threshold, then up to 85% can be taxed. And if you're married, those thresholds are $32,000 and $44,000.
Now, someone listening right now might have just heard that 85%
Yes.
and they started sweating. But
Right.
What does it mean when someone is taxed up to 85%? Because it is not what they may be thinking it means.
Correct. So let's just say you're in a 12% tax bracket. That means up to 85% can be taxed up to 12%. And if you're in a 22% tax bracket, then up to 85% can be taxed at 22%.
Okay, so that's not the tax rate, it's the taxable portion.
That is correct.
Okay, all right. Are there ways to reduce or manage those taxes?
What I would probably say is this. Most people put together, strategies for, your portfolio or income. But I think one thing that everyone really needs to do is put together a tax strategy. There are ways to be able to do that. Depends on when you start, generating income in retirement. There's certain ways that your money can be less taxable. You could look at Roth conversions prior to taking Social Security, which means you're going to have tax-free income in retirement. But the majority of individuals out there are taking money out of their IRAs, which is a taxable event. And depending on how much you're taking, not only are you taxed on that, but of course your Social Security is taxed as well.
So what is your best advice for someone watching right now who is worried about this?
Don't wait until tax time in order to find out, are there strategies that I can really do today? If you work with an advisor, I'd highly recommend, obviously you can call us, but work with an advisor. When we start looking at an income level, we're going to look at what's going to be taxable and see if there's strategies that we can put in place where you can pay, less on taxes. Because, most people, anytime I ask them, how much money do you need? They never give me the gross amount. It's the net amount that they actually need. And the way I look at it is anytime that you can put more money in your pocket, right, then you're going to be in a better situation.
Absolutely. Just one of many strategies in retirement planning, obviously, and you all always offer a complimentary consultation for folks who need some help, don't you?
Yeah, we do. And we have two locations. We have one in Dublin, one in Easton. And you can when you do schedule complimentary, then there's no financial obligation, when you do meet with us. But we can also do Zoom meetings. We're really here to help you. And really, as I always say, have a plan, whether it's an income plan or a tax plan. If you don't have one today, you really need to have one for tomorrow.
And for our friends watching, what is the best way for them to reach out to you?
They can give us a call at 614-760-0670, or they can always visit our website at safeharboroh.com.
All right. The number and the website are on the screen now for you to write down. Cory, a wealth of information as always. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Crystal.